Myanmar's junta has dismissed calls for a ceasefire as clashes with armed resistance groups intensify. Over 2,800 people have been killed so far, with hundreds still missing. On the other hand, armed groups or the EAOs, the ethnic armed organizations, continue to push for a ceasefire, but violence is still persisting. In a concerning development, the junta has reportedly fired at an aid convoy, further deepening the humanitarian crisis. My colleague Vishal Vivek joins us for more on this. Vishal, what's the latest you're picking up from Myanmar and even the Chatuchak building collapse?
So the Myanmar situation is pretty intense, as we've been reporting. More than 2,800 people have officially been killed. That is the information coming in from the military junta itself. But as we've been reporting, it's quite difficult to believe in that information because they have known to be, spreading misinformation. So that will have to be rechecked again and again because the 7.7 magnitude earthquake that struck Myanmar is quite devastating. Almost all of Mandalay, which is the second largest city of Myanmar, has been destroyed. And coming back to Chatuchak in Bangkok, the search for the first survivor continues, though there are no chances of them being found. They have pulled out one body since last night, making that the 15th victim officially, although they have said that they have found many more bodies, but they have not been able to locate them, reach to them. And on the other hand, there are some new findings that the government has come up with. So at least 3,000 buildings were damaged due to that tremor that shook Bangkok last Friday. And out of those 3,000 buildings, 34 have been deemed extremely risky. So they can fall anytime. They are severely damaged is what the government is saying. So that is another story emerging from here. And also the fact that there could be another Chinese company involved in the construction of the steel beams, those questionable steel beams that were used in the construction of the building that fell on Friday. So a lot of parallel things happening,
around 3,000
inquiries happening.
3,000 odd buildings in Bangkok are at the risk of, at a structural risk, so to say, and 34 out of these buildings can in fact collapse any given minute now. What are the constructors saying? Is the onus being pinned on the construction companies, or is it just a result of the wrath of nature like we saw on Friday last week?
So the officials have not come up with a statement on that. As far as the Chatuchak building is concerned, the builders have come up with a statement. They've said that they followed all the norms, all the standard procedures were followed, and they got the clearance from the local government here. So they are in effect blaming the local government that if you thought they couldn't go ahead with the construction of the building, why did you give us the clearance? So they are not ready to accept the blame, and they are passing the ball to other courts. This is just a blame game going on, very typical of any disaster of such magnitude. Whenever such a thing happens, these things do tend to follow these disasters. So that is what is happening here in Bangkok. The blame game is happening, and two Chinese companies could be at the center of this huge magnitude of disaster.